Hello everyone and welcome to Self-Care Sunday on my channel here. So today's episode is going to be with the Maglev Fibroblast Plasma Fibroblast pen. If I could get that out of my mouth today. We'll see how this goes. So I mentioned this last week that I had yet to open it, and because of that I didn't ever plug it in or read the instructions, so we're just now getting into it. So it says it's similar to CO2 laser, which I'm not really sure if that's what we're looking for. We'll see. So the little trigger on the front, they're calling it an energy launch button. I'm beginning to think that I got a knockoff because I'm not sure. Well, I mean, okay, an energy launch button. All right, so I am getting a little bit concerned because it is talking a lot about mole removal and not necessarily the Fibroblast Plasma, which is what the pen was marketed as on Amazon, as well as what I put in the search terms. So the reviews did come out good for it. People said they were using it for that, but so avoid the sun and spa for 3 days after the treatment. Try to not remove the scab yourself and let it naturally fall off from your skin to reduce the chance of scarring and pigmentation. I added that last part. Always use a moving motion when treatment rather than stay on just one spot, which can cause scar. Use tips several times with short touch and moving motion. I don't actually want to touch my skin. That's kind of the whole point of the plasma. Do not use on hyperpigmentation on an epidermis as freckle. So it's telling me not to use it on a freckle. So yeah, here it's calling it a plasma pen. So it comes with the plasma pen, the power supply, the micro needle, which should not be, it's a microcurrent needle, and a copperhead needle. Okay, forget this because it's not really telling me, it doesn't even tell me how to use it. So, okay, operation. Needle close to the skin, fire becomes smaller. Point to point, leave some space for heat dissipation. Needle do not have to touch, ooh, okay, so needle does not have to touch skin. Could use for eyelid surgery, skin lifting, and scars remove. Oh, I just needed to turn the page, guys. Okay, great page turner. So it says operation. Once received package, check accessories and machine. Check. Install needle. We're getting there. Connective power supply for first time use. Testing machine first. Use on fruit or tree leaf. Clean client's treatment location by alcohol. If sensor parts or big size treatment location, use anesthetic cream. Start treatment, needle, keep 1 centimeter distance with treatment target. Finish treatment, apply aloe vera cream or keep it clean. All okay, no worries. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be all okay. So in their photos, it is just giving you like moles and pigmentation spots that they're correcting. So in addition to tattoo, it says, generally burn tattoos and tattoo, its area is larger. Appropriate use is large needle. The method of burning tattoo, roughly the same as the scanning spot. Operating time may be slightly longer. The area is too large. More than 3 centimeters should deal with many times, never all at once. Otherwise, accidentally bacteria infection with an X, infection. Consequence is unimaginable. Beautician and customer should be especially careful. If you have service inflammation, PF the situation. As soon as possible to the hospital for treatment. I don't know what PF means, but we'll survive. Okay, so I think the trick to these kinds of things is just to get into it. So first I'm going to be, let me see if I can tilt you down a little bit. I changed my little area. I switched my location, so hopefully my background is not as crazy. But now that I'm looking at it, it's still very cluttered and crazy. So I might have to go closer to that so that it's not... anyway, so last time we discussed that I did the mole pen on my left hand, so I'm going to be doing this maglev pen on my right hand so that when they're healed, I can try and compare if there's any difference. So I'm going to clean it with the alcohol wipe. All right, so now that that's done, I'm going to apply a Neocaine 10.56% lidocaine. So I did order this from Korea, and it is from Vianacare. There's another one, Dermix, I think, dermix.us. Could also be another location to order from. So I am going to get some on my little silicone thing here, and we're going to put it on. I do remember with the mole pen, it was like completely numb in some spots, and then other spots I would get to, and there was zero numbing. So I'm gonna kind of try and slather this on and then cover it with a saran wrap so that it kind of keeps the moisture in and it doesn't dry out. I'm gonna put saran wrap on it, and I'm gonna let it sit for probably 30 to 45 minutes. This one does take a little bit of time to kick in, especially since I'm not very sensitive to lidocaine. So for me, I think it takes a little bit longer than some other people. So I will be back in just a little bit. There goes my light. Okay, so we've left this on. I feel that it's like numb and probably good to go. So we're gonna wipe this off. Okay, hopefully this is acceptable. I apologize. All right, so here's my thing from before. We're going to take my alcohol wipes, my individual packaged wipes, and we're going to clean off all of the, oops, numbing cream. Make sure that's all off there. Okay, so now it doesn't tell me this button here. So this button here, I Googled it, and it was a power, like level. So 1 and 2, I'm guessing. Didn't say. So I'm gonna stay on the left side because I'm going to assume it's a level 1. We'll find out shortly. I'm going to use one of the longer needles, not the copper one. It says it's a 30 gauge disposable dental needle. So that's interesting. Now let's see how to get this. Okay. Just gonna line it up in the center and twist it on. It seems kind of bendy. I don't really know how tight to make that. So if you can even see that, it's very, very thin. It's not turning on. Now it says it is on. So it has a little indicating light here, and it doesn't change when I flip this back and forth. So I'm gonna leave it in what I would consider the first position, which I would think would be level 1. So let's see. So there's the light. Let's see if it changes during, okay, so it's the same light for level 1 or level 2. So let's see if I'm actually, I don't know how to get the angle here, but this is gonna be a tad difficult because I'm right-handed and I'm using my left hand, and I'm trying to stabilize the thing here. Okay, so I'm not getting any like arc from my skin to the needle. So let's try level 2 and see. I'm a little bit nervous. right, so I am not getting a spark from my skin to and not to be that, like, so this needle is very sharp. Like, if I actually touch my skin with this, I'm going to stab myself. And I don't know, I mean, I should be numb, so I don't know what the problem with that would be. But for some reason, it's making me not want to, like, touch my skin with it, which, of course, is not the intention or what I want to do. Ooh, that scared me. I wasn't expecting it to go, oh, I smelled that. All right, so, oh, my goodness. All right. Okay, so we are back. I'm going to try this again. So let's see. Okay. I think it scares me more than anything, and the smell from this machine versus the other one is very much so different. Let's see. It's a lot harder to do my left hand. Try unplugging it. Okay, so I don't think I like the needle tip. I think that's what's freaking me out. Okay, so I think I am touching the skin. It's really hard to tell because the longer you hold down the trigger, the more electric current it produces. So I don't want to hold it down too long, but I'm also trying to get it to not touch my skin. So we're in like this weird battle. It's not like... So it is not just like burning other stuff when I'm touching it, only my skin. Okay, so I'm not really numb anymore. Which is weird because like I can't really feel that. So let me see. So I am definitely, oh my God, the smell is way more intense than the other one. So I don't know if that means anything. But let's see, I'm not gonna do my whole hand because my numbing is wearing off. But I will do a couple of rows here. Let's see. Okay. Because I am having to touch my skin and that's really bothering me. I know I've said that like 5 times, but it's true. It's putting a damper on my whole thought process here. I am gonna have to get a, so hopefully that's a little bit closer. Okay, I'm going to, so the tip is getting a little bit of black carbon deposit on it, so I'm going to clean that off with an alcohol wipe. You can see there. All right, let's keep going. So I did move it to the lower setting, so this is the lower setting. So now, the pattern that you want to use to tighten skin is a 5-point dot, like a dice pattern. So I have my grid here. Now I'm going to go in between here to make like the dice pattern, and that center dot is what's going to pull the crepey skin to that center point. So you want to do the outside first and then go back and do the center spots. And my numbing is like completely gone, so which is weird because when I touch my hand, I made these dots pretty close together, so I didn't do a very good job here. So this is not going well. I apologize. But it's weird because when I touch my hand, it feels numb, but as soon as this gets onto it, it doesn't feel like I have any numbing cream or anything on it at all. So it's hard to, because you just want to touch it for a second, but it's like, it's almost too long, that second. All right, so let's see. I'm going to try and get one right in the center here, but there's like not a lot of room. Okay. I'm going to try something over here because I could feel... Okay, those dots are pretty close together. Let's go out here. Okay, so you can see kind of the difference where this is more of like the dice pattern and this has just the lines, and then you go in between to get the pattern that you want. I must admit this is pretty sloppy, but yeah, with having to do it left-handed and then also trying to learn the pen, you know, just happens, which is why I'm not doing this on my face yet. All right, so I am not really numb not really numb anymore, so I'm gonna end here. I think I have a couple of little spots to be able to hopefully tell a difference. Let me see if I could do... I'm really wanting to go more, but I'm not numb anymore. And I don't really want to apply the numbing cream over this. Okay, so let's see if I could do another row up here. Okay, yeah, I can't do any more with how the numbing cream is not really working. So I have no idea if this is on or off, but yeah. So anyway, yeah, so I would say it's not turning off when I touch the skin, that's for sure. Or if I'm just not, if I am actually not getting close enough to the skin and it's just that I'll never know. Let me see. All right, so let me see if I could do like this angle and then do like a slow motion. I can't. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I am touching the skin with that. So yep, we'll just see how this heals. And I'm not sure what to do because you're not supposed to touch the skin with it. It's not supposed to work that way. So clearly I'm wondering if I don't have the correct pen or if it is truly not touching my skin and I don't realize it, but I feel like it is. I am going to go and watch the video and try and get as close, like a extreme close-up as I can, and see if I'm actually touching my skin or not. I do feel like these spots look slightly different from the other one, although it's been a while, a year since I did my other hand, so maybe I'll have, maybe I'll have to pull out the other pen and just kind of compare what the carbon dots look like next to each other. But so there it is for today. I'm sorry that we couldn't do it further, but I think this is a good little patch and we'll just see how it heals. So I am going to apply vianacare or like a very heavy cream to this for like the next couple of hours just to kind of soothe it, and then I'm going to wipe that off and let it dry heal for the remainder of the time, which should probably be about a week. So anyway, sorry that it wasn't exactly the video I was expecting. So I did go get some leaves from the tree outside, and it took me a while to actually be able to see it, but it does create an arc without touching the leaf. The leaf and the fruit, they're supposed to be similar to your skin, because basically what happens is that the electrical current is attracted to the moisture in your skin. And so like fruit and leaves kind of have like the same moisture content, I guess. So I'm going to try and see if I could catch this on camera, but it is very hard. I did go into like a darker area, and that's quite the mess in there. Sorry. So I did go into a darker area and try and like look against the light. So let me see if I could do it like against my background here. I think there's too much going on in the background. What can I do? Let's just see. So do you see that it kind of like it's not quite you can't really see because the camera is trying to focus on me. Let me move you. Let's see if I could catch it on the camera here. All right, so I'm gonna try and kind of like bend my thing here. Okay, try and turn out my other lights and see if that kind of helps the vision. I don't even know. Okay, I'm not sure if you can tell at the angle that you're at, but I am very, very close to the leaf, but I could see from, like I'm like a pirate over here. I'm closing my eye so I could get the edge of the leaf in my viewpoint. And then, let's see. Let me try. I don't know what the camera's focusing on, so I'm trying to get everything out of the way. So, I don't know if you can see, but I am not actually touching the leaf. It is super, super close to the point it's close where I won't ever actually know whether or not I'm coming into contact with my skin, because it doesn't really, like, it's supposed to kind of stop. From what I understand, once it actually touches your skin, it should stop. But this is not happening with this pen, so I don't know if that's why it's the cheaper version or what. But if I'm correct, I think the Plasma actually stops when it touches your skin. So anyway, I wanted to get that on for you, and hopefully you were able to see that. I'm obviously going to edit this video to see if you could or not, so that might all not even make it in. Anyway, see you next time.